is application layer. And in the local segment, when I said local segment, that all the devices which are connected before the router.
Okay.
Okay, when we prefer to like local network or local segment, local VLAN, that means the network behind the router. After the router, our packet will be in the internet. Okay, so before the internet, our all the networks is considered as a local network, as an intranet,
Okay.
right? So for example, if this is the switch and machine A is connected with machine B with the help of a medium which is switch. Okay, and now for example, if this machine A has a MAC address of AA and B machine has a MAC address of BB, switch works on CAM table, and CAM table will be have like entry with the mapping of the port number, and this is the port of the switch is referred as a Ethernet 0, and this is the port is referenced as a Ethernet 1. So switch will map the Ethernet 0 with a MAC address
Ethernet
and Ethernet 1 as of
1 to
BB.
BB.
Okay, now when the machine A want to communicate with machine B, machine will form a packet, and the packet contains this information: packet layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4. Okay, and similarly, when machine B wants to communicate with machine A, B machine will create a similar packet with all these 4 layers, right?
Yeah.
In physical layer, we have MAC address. In physical layer, we have MAC address. In layer 2, I contain the IP
IP
address.
address. IP address.
Transport contain port. Application contains data. Now, switch check the MAC address of the packet and forward the packet to the other connected devices. When
Okay.
machine A will send a packet to system B, the packet will be forwarded to the switch, and switch will check the MAC address of the destination machine. Switch will check the MAC address of the destination machine, which will be the BB, and will forward the packet to the machine B, right?
Yeah.
But when the system A will create a packet, system A require the MAC address of the machine B. Okay, so how system A will get the MAC address of the machine B? System A will generate a ARP request message, which is a broadcast message. Okay, system A will
Yeah.
generate a ARP request message in the network, because system A wants to know the MAC address used by the system B, and this ARP request message will have the information of the IP address of system B. The IP address of the system B is for example 2, and the IP address of machine A is 1. So system A wants to know the MAC address of the system B with IP address of 2. So system A will generate a ARP request message for the IP address of 2. This packet will have the IP address, okay, not the MAC address.
Okay.
System A will generate the ARP request message and send in the broadcast networks to every machines, to
Okay.
every connected machines, and the reply will be received. The reply will be sent by the only machine which have the same same destination or the mentioned IP address. The IP address is 2, right? So the machine which have the destination IP address 2 will only reply for that ARP request.
Okay.
So now when the system B will receive the ARP request, with the system B will check the what is the targeted IP address. It will check its own IP address. So, and this is the ARP request. So now system B will generate another packet which is referred as a ARP response.
Okay.
ARP response. ARP response will contain the MAC address of the system B. Okay.
Okay.
So now this packet will be forwarded to the machine A. Machine A now get the MAC address of the machine B. So now when system A will create a full packet, it will enter the information of the source MAC address, destination MAC address, source IP address and destination IP address.
Okay.
Okay. So before
Okay.
sending any packet in the network, machine A require to know the MAC address of the machine B. It will send a ARP request and will get a ARP response. Then machine A will send a data packet with all 4 layers. Understand?
Yeah.
So why ARP is used in the network?
For for converting MAC to IP address.
To get the I to convert the IP address to MAC address and MAC address to IP address.
MAC to IP address. Yeah.
Okay. Before any communication is started, systems needs the MAC address of the destination device, of the target device, to where it need to send the packet, to which device it will receive. Okay. So system sender will generate a ARP request and will get a ARP response. Fine.
Okay. So is there any possibility where the malicious user can spoof the ARP request?
Okay, we will come on to that point. But first you have to understand what is ARP protocol, why it is used. What is ARP request message, what is ARP response. It is understood by you now, all these things.
Yeah, yeah, the fun. Yeah.
Okay, so now I will show you the practically with Wireshark. Okay. Okay, let's see if my system generate any ARP request and if received any ARP response message. I will filter out ARP messages with a display filter ARP. I have to stop all the packets now. Then I step ARP. So now we snipped 2 packets related to the ARP protocol. Okay.
Yeah.
Now tell me the first package. Can you tell me the first packet, is it ARP request or ARP response?
1 second. Request.
How did you identify this is a request?
Because in info it has mentioned as like who has the destination IP address.
Right. Before as in the packet in the our scenario, as when system A send a ARP request, he asked who has this IP address.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
and the machine will respond like with the MAC address, like I have this IP address, this is my MAC address. Now system A get the MAC address of the machine B. Similarly, second packet said this IP address, the request, the mentioned IP address is at this MAC address.
Yeah,
Understood?
that is a response.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is a response. So now our protocol works between the, because we are, this is about the MAC address and the IP address, right? So ARP is working between,
Both layer 1 and layer 2.
yes, understood,
Yeah.
clear, good.
Yeah, clear.
So now